But let's start with the basics. How did this waiver proposal come about, and what would this waiver do?
So, as we kind of touched on before, many countries, they've really, especially developing ones, they've really struggled with accessing COVID-19 vaccines. A lot of them argue that certain intellectual property protections, certain IP protections, especially those under an international trade agreement called TRIPS, have prevented their own manufacturers from going ahead and producing vaccines on their own, thereby slowing access. So in October 2020, India and South Africa, they actually went ahead and formally proposed this to the WTO. And as of now, over 100 countries, mostly from the developing world, they have signed on to this proposal, whereas a handful of nations, mostly from the developed world, they're currently in opposition. This waiver would specifically get rid of four protections: copyrights, patents, trademarks, and undisclosed information procedures. The problem with all this is that if the waiver were to be passed, it would not address the real problem with manufacturing vaccines, and that is the difficulties with scaling up production. Instead, this waiver will set up a new set of trade policy challenges.